That's true. I'm running for city council. I'm not really a big fan of politics, but I feel like there needs to be a change. I don't think I'm the only person that feels this way. I read a newspaper article that said our current Congress has 14% approval rating. 14%. And then I read an article that said 80% of Americans believe in the existence of ghosts. Moral of this story is that our Congress would have more support dead than alive. So I'm going to try to change the system. I'm running for city council. I'm starting low. My platform is simple, twofold. I want to decriminalize weed and prostitution inside the city limits. That's fine. Give it up to them. I think there should be a place where you can load a bowl and get a Hummer in your car on your lunch break. I want that to be my hometown. And you fucking haters will be there in 6 months if I get that passed. I'm a gay marriage supporter. Yeah, you can do that, bro. That's cool. Not everybody is, and I understand. You guys hear about this Texas minister who threatened to set himself on fire if gay marriage was legalized? And then he fucking didn't. I was so excited. I was like, we are finally going to find out if hypocrisy is flammable. I saved myself some money on tiki torches this year. I just picked up 4 anti-gay pastors and stuck them in the backyard. I gotta take the some bitches back because they won't light. I turned 40 recently. Yeah, you're right not to get it. No. I'm lying. I turned 45 about 3 weeks ago. Shit starts changing when you're 40. 40 is really the age where you start charting the progress of gravity upon the human body. I said I'm 45 and I now have the breasts of a 13-year-old girl. And breast sag, by the way. I found that out. You ladies have to deal with saggy breasts, but breast tissue is like firm and tough, and there's musculature. You can't say that shit about testicles. Like I found out my testicles are apparently made of really shitty elastic. That kind you find in Walmart stretchy pants. You wear it too long, it snaps, and it ain't coming back. That's what happens to testicles. I'll give you a visual. You ever put silly putty on the side of a table and then just let it sort of... Side benefit is, if I'm ever on the second floor of a house fire, I can tie off my balls and swing to safety. I'm also a single dad. You can't give it up for that. That's kind of a cool thing. Okay, nobody wants to fuck the single parents. This is a true story. I am a single dad. I got my son when he was 2 days old, straight out of the hospital. I did all that round the clock, every 3 hours, diapers, bottles. I did that all by myself. And major props to single parents and single moms. God, give you major credit in giving. It becomes significantly tougher as a job when you find out how much their organs are worth on the black market. But here's a parenting tip for you. If you explain to your child how much a kidney is worth and that they can survive with one, they will keep their goddamn room clean. My son, I figured out my son was both going to be brilliant and an asshole when he was about 3. I was standing in the bathroom taking a leak, and my son comes running in, grabs the end of my extended belt, and just pulls on it with all his 35 pounds as the muster. Might not seem like a big deal to you, but it had the immediate effect of redirecting my stream. And here's the brilliant part. My son takes 3 steps back, shuts off the bathroom light, and slams the goddamn door closed. I'm left standing in the dark, pissing in a wastebasket, figuring out that I'd just been ninja punked by a 3-year-old. That's brilliant, but that's an asshole. Yeah, I have no idea. There's no excuse for it. Like, I walked into the bathroom the other day. My now 5-year-old son is standing in the bathtub, has a loofah hanging off of his little dick, and he's peeing right in the drain. And I start to say something, and he holds up, here's the asshole part again. He holds up his hand and says, "Shh, this is tougher than it looks." I got no excuse. I had no idea how to raise a baby. Once he outgrew the cage, everything changed. He built up a resistance to the stun gun about 18 months old. Ironically, that's when he started walking and talking. I think I'm going to put my experience as a single dad together with a business model, and this is how it's going to look. I'm going to create an agency that will pair kids, parents of troubled kids, with parents of kids like my son, for instance. And this, in application, this is how it works. Let's say, for instance, you got a 14-year-old daughter. She's sneaking out of the house, getting drunk, and then sneaking back in at night. I got you covered. Hire my kid. In 30 minutes, he will build a minefield of Legos and Hot Wheels cars, and you will know right when that little bitch gets back in the house. So you got the problem that my parents had. You got a boy up in his room smoking weed all the time. That's cool too. Let him get as high as he possibly can, and then send my boy in the room. After 10 minutes of why, what, for, and how come questions, my kid's going to totally obliterate any high your child was able to achieve. Let's say you're about my age and you're starting to worry about maybe becoming a premature grandparent. I got you covered there too. Think of my kid as an anti-grandbaby device. Because he has no belief in expectation of privacy. He will follow you into the bathroom and explain to you why Team Umizoomi and Wonder Pets are going to save the world the entire time you're taking a shit. He doesn't. Nobody's going to procreate. And I can attest to that because he has been a solid and respectable little cockblock for 5.5 years. Thank you for your time.